Hello and welcome to Bijou Baking Caravan Cooking. Today I was going to make a Victoria sponge, but instead I'm going to make a ginger sponge cake. I'm just smiling because Bailey has woken up now. I've started talking to myself and he's picked his ball up to play. Okay, to make this cake I'm going to use my friend's recipe, Wendy Eichelbaum. She has suggested the quantity of eggs to the quantity of flour and sugar and marge should all be the same. So we're going to have a go at her recipe today. She makes beautiful cakes, so I'm just hoping it's going to turn out okay. So first of all, we're going to put 4 eggs onto the scales. That's 6 ounces exactly. So if we break the 4 eggs into the bowl, I'm doing this on the webcam because my camcorder gave up the ghost. I think I mentioned I was having a few problems. So we're now doing it direct on the webcam and hope it comes out. Right, so now that means we now need 6 ounces of marge to go with the 4 eggs, which were exactly 6 ounces. So we'll just plop that in there and weigh out 6 ounces of marge. Come on Marge. Right, a bit more. There we go, 6 ounces of marge. So that goes into the bowl with the eggs. And we want, I'm only going to put 4 ounces of sugar because I always put a little bit less sugar when I'm making one of these cakes. Otherwise I feel that it's very sweet. So we just get our sugar and we'll put 4 ounces. That's lovely. Also, ginger cakes should be made with brown sugar, but I haven't got any brown sugar, so we're using white sugar, so it'd be a little bit lighter. Now to mix all that in, I'm going to use a hand whisk today rather than my electric mixer. So we'll just get that going a minute. Mixing that up. So the weather has been a bit grim, hasn't it? Snow everywhere. But never mind, if we make a nice warm ginger cake, then hopefully the weather might change. Now next week being Easter week, I'm going to make, all being well if this turns out okay, my Chocky Pot Chocs. They're very rich chocolate cake mousses that I shall make next week, being as it's Easter. But for today, it was a case of what ingredients I had in the caravan to what cake I'd make, hoping this will come out. Okay, right, that'll do. Now we've got to add the flour. 6 ounces of flour. More. Let's get my bag here. If you can hear any clanking and banging, it's the wind outside. We've got rather a strong easterly wind and it's blowing the awning about all over the shop today. Right, that's just over, so we better take a bit out. I should also make the scones that I said I'd make, the lavender scones. But just for the moment, we're making massive. Bear with me. Right, that's it. Now we're going to put in the flour. Now, of course, I said this is going to be a ginger cake. So once the flour has been sifted into the cake, like so, we need to add 3 teaspoons of ground ginger. So I'll just find my ginger. And what was the other one? Cinnamon. That's nutmeg. Where's my cinnamon? Where's my cinnamon? Oh, where's the cinnamon? Where's my cinnamon? I must have. Oh, here it is. Right. Okay, so we need 3 teaspoons of ground ginger. Or let's mix in the flour first a minute. Just mix in the flour. Bailey, you're going to try some of Mummy's ginger cake today. I think you'll like it, won't you? I think you will. Right, we're just mixing this in. That's the flour mixed in with the sugar and the marge. Like so. So this is where you could make it into a Victoria sandwich if you wanted. But as I say, we're making a ginger cake. So we're going to add to that 3 teaspoonfuls of ginger. 1. I think I might only have 2 spoonfuls of ginger, because I didn't realise before I decided to make a ginger cake that my ginger's run out. Okay, so we'll add to that 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Can't believe that with the ginger. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And hope it's not too cinnamony. Now, to that we have to add ginger pieces. So, thankfully, I do have ginger in a jar here. Now, Bailey's got his bib all ready as well, haven't you, Bailey? Ready to have some of Mummy's lovely ginger cake. I think you would have preferred the Victoria sandwich, but never mind. Right, now, I'm getting 2 pieces of ginger. 2 pieces of ginger. Oh, I might do, no, we'll do 2. And because I ran out of the ground, I'm just putting some of the syrup from the ginger jar in there just to give it a little bit of a helping hand. Now I'm just cutting I'm cutting up this piece of ginger, 2 pieces of ginger I'm using. Cutting it into tiny little pieces. Cut it into little tiny pieces like this. Again, it's just showing you that you don't need a lot of space to make a cake. You know, the caravan is ample room. You just have to be a little bit organised, or not. Okay, ginger goes in there like that. Mix that in. So this is going to be slightly lumpy because that ginger actually should have been a little bit smaller. So this is going to be a bit of a lumpy ginger cake, but I don't mind, I like ginger. Right, so that is ready now to go into the oven. Now, as I've said previously, I work with a halogen oven. So, and that's out in the awning. Now, the other thing I did notice I hadn't got was baking parchment or greaseproof. So I'm going to try a little test today. I'm going to get a piece of ordinary A4 writing paper. I'm going to grease the base of the dish, the sponge dish, with a bit of marge. So we're going to grease that first. I'm going to make sure I've covered all of it though. And then I'm going to cut a circle of A4 paper, place it in there, and then put a bit of more marge on the top of it, so as it becomes a kind of homemade greaseproof paper. And let's hope that it doesn't stick or make the cake taste. There won't be a moment. Back again. Here we have the 2 pieces of paper. I'll get some parchment paper when I'm next out in town. Right, where's my scissors? So if we cut a circle like so with the parchment paper, with the writing paper, place that in the bowl that has been greased thoroughly, and do the same with the other. Now, I don't know if I should have any bits sticking up because I think it might catch on fire. So what we'll do is just take any pieces, it's a bit like Blue Peter. Take any pieces like that off, so hopefully none of it can catch on fire. And take that bit off there like that too, so that can't catch on fire. Like so. And then we'll just add a little bit more marge to both of those, just to hopefully grease it up inside as well as out. Like that. And the same with that one. Right. Now you get your mixture and separate it between the 2 sandwich pans. So 2 sandwich tins. There we go. Now, because I only cook with a halogen, obviously it... Oh. Right, that stopped. Okay. Right, not sure what happened there. I hope this is still taping. I'm now wondering if it's not taping. Oh, God. Right, let's just do that. And do that. Lovely. And there we go. I'm just going to go and put one of those out to be cooked. I'll be back shortly. Where's it? There we go.